Hey there folks, this is DMC Jedi Man Gaming, and I'm coming to you with another episode of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Now this is probably going to be the finale to the series, because we don't got a ton left to do. I did figure out how to get the whiteboard ending and the escape pod ending, so we're going to probably do those as well as whatever little bits are left. Hope everyone has been enjoying the series. Don't forget, if you like my content, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to stay notified when I upload. Check out my main channel sometime if you like taste tests, trailer reactions, unboxings, and reviews. And feel free to follow DMC Jedi Man's Den on social media. I'm currently on Facebook, Twitter, Discord, and Blue Sky. Links, as always, will be in the description below. Okay, let's start the recording. Oh, first, let's go into here. Okay. Oh, hold on. Forgot that this thing does this now. Okay, starting the recording right now. Okay, recording has been started, so... Alright, let's see what kind of shenanigans we have to go through at the very beginning this time. Come on, get through the splash screen so we can get to the actual content. I think first we'll go for the whiteboard ending, unless we have access to the epilogue right at the beginning. You know, the sad thing is, if I had thought of it, you know, back when I first started this, if I had done every recording session of this game on Tuesdays, I could have probably gotten the Tuesday achievement without too much trouble either. Alright. Come on, be buddies. They're friends! Scrumtush. Alright. I don't know if that means we'll have the epilogue now or not. We'll find out. Alright. Oh! That's That's ominous. Okay, so we're going to have to possibly do a bunch of restarts because basically we need the office to be blue in order to get the whiteboard in. If the office is blue, then we'll be golden. Just looking at my camera, it almost seems like it's not working quite properly. I hope it's not about to screw up on me. Like, what I've been doing lately is I've been closing out my entire Google session to record in hopes that that will make it so I don't have issues. So far, it seems to work. Alright, come on. Let me into the game. Now for lucky,
this is the...
we'll have a blue. Okay, this might take a while because it is random how you get, which time you get the blue office. Let me get my little cheat sheet of paper handy. Also, apologies for the fans. It's way too warm to record without them. This is going to take forever. You know what, if it's not the right one. Okay, we're just gonna go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, we're going to get the escape pod ending this time instead, I think.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
Oh, goody.
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number.
Forgot what the pin was.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, that's not gonna work. I thought that the stupid thing was going to be like, oh, well, you've already done the pin pad thing enough times. Like, we had it where it opened on its own before, but this time, apparently, it decided to make me do the whole damn thing. It's gonna suck, because I might have to do the fucking ending escape a few times in order to... Like, we need it to be where, when we enter the room, you know, where it gets dark. We're also gonna need that to try and get the speed achievement, because I did watch a video. Apparently I did almost everything right. There's a specific table I gotta get on and jump down to a catwalk that's rising to shave off some time. Also, I may have to go up certain stairs backwards. Okay, we're gonna try this.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
This
memo.
time, if it doesn't do it, then we'll just finish off with...
When Stanley came to a
with the
set of
ending.
2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It's frustrating, though, that it's like,
Yet there
oh...
was not a single
I-
person here either.
I get
Seeing the
having to
wave of
do
disbelief,
certain things,
Stanley
but...
decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping...
We got it! Okay, now back to room 247. This is the escape pod ending, then we have to do it with the bucket as well. Okay, we got a new ending. I assume I have to get on... Oh, maybe not. Oh, that's a phone. I thought it was like a plush or something. Okay, how far up does this go? Ah, okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, that was it?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
That was...
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had...
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
That was very
Stanley
anticlimactic.
touched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd come into a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Looks like that seemed to work last time, so...
Stepping in,
Okay, good. I was able to do that again. Okay, now let's see if the bucket actually adds something to that or not. So the next one, after we're done this ending, we'll attempt to get to the point where we can do the speedrun version. Okay, I don't think I can actually do anything with the elevator. So let's go up the stairs. I did determine that the Portal and Minecraft ending is something from the original game. I may pop in footage of that at the end of this, as well as footage of the baby ending. Okay, well this is at least something. Not sure what this is yet, but it appears that we're just letting the bucket escape and not us. I might try that ending one more time on my own. Because it seems weird that the bucket gets some grandiose thing there, but I got nothing. Although if this is the blue office when we restart here, then we'll do the whiteboard ending instead. Theoretically, I could also try and get all the other endings with the bucket, but I really don't want to.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm going to try that up the
Yet
stair
there was
thing
not a
again.
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley.
There we go. Didn't trigger correctly at first. Yeah, I just want to see if maybe trying once again if we get something better for the escape pod ending. If we don't, then I'm not going to bother with it again. So we've done it with the bucket, and we'll have done it twice, you know, normally. Whatever things are there. Aside from whiteboard, we gotta try and get over the fence. If I didn't do that right, we gotta go in the infinite hole as well. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that that paper isn't gonna blow away, because I can't go chasing it. That is the problem with having fans and papers. Paper blows away rather quick when a fan is nearby. Okay, one more staircase and then we should be on the floor where we gotta go with the escape pod. Or maybe it's one more floor. What the? Is this looping or something? Okay, there we are. I do not believe that was any different, so I guess the escape pod ending is kind of trash. Well, I won't try it again. Alright, come on. Not blue.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Replacement bucket! That's funny right there. Because the bucket escaped, we now have a replacement
when Stanley
bucket.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean, he wondered? Desperate for answers, he began turning the room over looking for clues that might unravel the situation, until at last he discovered a keypad behind the boss's desk. But alas, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Come on! I want to try and get the speedrun thing done, you fucking
Feeling
cunt!
soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay, so in terms of things, obviously we'll have to jump in the infinite hole a bunch of times still. We gotta do the epilogue if we can get it unlocked. And the whiteboard as well as the speed. Like, we don't have a lot of, and some of the things
Descending
will
deeper
just
into
take
the
a
building,
while.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Okay, I think it's the first one then.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Yeah, it is
Their
the
true
first
nature
one.
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that...
Alright. Like, we need to get it to where the door to head down in the manager's office will just open the moment we enter. Once we have that, then we can make a run at this fast one.
Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Alright, so I gotta remember 2845. That's the code I gotta put in. Alright, assuming that this isn't the blue office, we'll make another run, see if we can get there, because I really, really want to beat the game in such and such a time. Like, it's not really an ending, it's just an achievement, but, you know, it's one that I feel like I can get, assuming that I get things in the correct functionality. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Not a replacement bucket anymore.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
That hurt time a little. I don't know if we're going to get this time either, but I'm certainly going to try. Hey,
Stanley walked
not
straight
gonna help
into
if
the
I get
large
stuck
door
on
where the
shit.
Mind control facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Oh, come on!
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the
Damn it!
to find out?
Fucking A! Not what I fucking wanted to do!
The mind control
Oh, shut up, you fucking narrator!
Back when the Stanley Parable
God
first
damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
Getting to the bottom of the mind control
Fuck!
facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development.
I don't know that we would have made it that time, but we certainly won't fucking make it if we fucking fall off the goddamn fucking edge!
Very clever, good for you.
Shut up! God damn it! Shut up, you pretentious fucking prick!
Some of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave?
Shut
New
up!
Content, always more content, more
Shut
content,
up!
more,
Shut
more,
up!
more.
Shut up!
I'm here to give it to you.
Fuck
I'm here to
off!
make it seem like
Fuck
you
right
really
the hell
look at the
off!
value of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of...
Fucking A! Begin the game again! I'm not gonna fucking sit here through his fucking... Fucking Christ! Pisses me off! Now I'm probably gonna have to fucking do another run through to get fucking set up to fucking do the quick fucking door opening again. Stupid goddamn motherfucking cunt-sucking prick of a narrator! Fuck me!
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It's like I got other shit I want
Yet
to
there
do
was
in
not a
this
single
game.
person here either.
And here I am having to
Away
deal with the
disbelief,
stupid narrator and
Stanley
his
decided
fucking
to go up to
ceaseless
his
ending
boss's
of
office. Coming to
fucking
a staircase,
crap.
Stanley walked
Because,
upstairs to
oh
his
dear
boss's
God, I
office.
fell.
Here's the door, just go.
Yes. Okay, that is now the quickest, Okay, we made it through that section quickly. Now, if we can get up here, press the button, and not fucking fall. Like, if I fall off, I'm just gonna reset it immediately. This time we
Stanley
didn't get
walked
hung
straight
up
ahead
there.
through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Come
What
on.
horrible secret
Fucking
did
A!
this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find
Ah,
out?
fuck! Okay, gonna have to go for it this way. I don't think I have enough fucking time still.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
God, I hate the fact that there's not a goddamn fucking jump button on this fucking game. It's like a jump button would have been fucking useful, but no, you gotta fucking try and climb on things. Hope to God you fucking make it.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his
I'm gonna
boring
attempt this
job?
one
That
more
his
fucking time, then I'm
emotions had been
giving the fuck
manipulated
up.
to accept it blindly?
So I got other shit I wanna fucking do.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking,
It's like this
eating,
was almost
working,
a flawless
all of it
run.
monitored and
It hadn't been
commanded
for
from this very place.
not being
And as
able
the
to
cold
climb
reality
on
of his
that
past
fucking
began
thing.
to sink in, Stanley decided blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Don't think I got it, though. Unfortunately, I think that little snafu, I think you actually need to get up on the fucking table and jump onto that fucking thing. I almost did it that first fucking time, but no. Like I said, this is my last attempt. If I don't get this, then I'm going to go after the other couple things I can do. I'll just have to maybe try it on my own time, because I just don't want to spend all the time for this episode trying. Like, I will give it one last attempt.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Alright, so we've got that part down pat. I mean, as long as we don't get hung up on that thing, and as long as we can get onto the desk, press the thing, and then make it onto the conveyor, we'll be fine.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Fucking...
Did he have the strength to fight?
Okay, fuck it! God, I hate the fucking bullshit of that! It's like... And I hate the goddamn loading screens! Why does the fucking loading screen have to take, like, 2 goddamn fucking minutes? Ah, fuck me! One last attempt. One!
Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure
Shut
that the
up,
orders
narrator.
stopped coming in?
I hate you.
How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Well, I made it on here. I may have fucked it up still. I don't know.
Nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled
Like I said, this is my only attempt at this
sad,
left.
Or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this...
Because if I don't get it here, I don't think I can get it. Because I don't think I can shave enough seconds off to do it.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin. The feeling of liberation.
I've done all I can
the
for that
possibility
one.
of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Was it enough, though? probably not. I'll be very happy, though, if I'm wrong. Okay. So I think we will try and get get over the fence one. And then we'll attempt to get the whiteboard in the epilogue. Oh! Blue office! Blue office! Okay. So we're going to go for the whiteboard one now then. Right, straight, left. We need to go in door 426. So, what the hell?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bullshit! That's goddamn bullshit! I had the fucking blue office! Why the hell did it fucking do that to me?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly.
Alright, we're gonna do the fucking
Perhaps
fence
he wanted
one
to
now
stop
then.
by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
That pisses me off though!
Truly a room worth admiring.
That was the fucking blue office we needed!
Took the first open
I don't know
door.
why the hell the fucking game decided to fucking reset the fucking office
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
I think... Maybe okay, I thought it was a different way over the fence, but maybe this is the way.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun so far off the beaten path.
Okay. That one, we got that ending then. Alright, let's start reloading until we get the blue office again, and then hope that we actually are able to enter it. That pisses me off so fucking much, though. You know what? Hold on. I am actually going to exit out of the game. We're going to restart it from scratch. Because I'm going to try and get the fucking epilogue. Once we have the epilogue, then I'll feel comfortable enough with going for the infinite hole ending, as well as getting the test achievement. Then we'll fuck around to try and get the whiteboard ending, and that'll be the last thing that we do. Pisses me off so fucking much, though. Also, obviously, I did not get the achievement for completing that in the speedy amount of time, so I might try it on my own, but I am definitely not trying that for the episode anymore. What time is it? Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all the game settings to your exact specification, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now, the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. And I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There is still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon. Okay, so if the epilogue's not there, we'll restart it again here. Oh! Oh, that's that same, There's the epilogue! First, though, I want to see, going down this hallway a little more, because I skipped it pretty quick before. Wow, this is so ominous. Is he going to go through that door, or is he going to turn that way? Okay, I don't think we're going to get anything special here. I could be wrong. I'm just going to let it play a little farther. See what happens when he gets to this door. Okay, let's see what the epilogue has to offer us. Epilogue. Many, many years later. Oh, I'm like, what am I just thought it was a cutscene. Whoa. Okay, we have a huge tornado here. Recognize that house. Cookie Nine's blog. Review: The Stanley Parable 2. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. For the first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about the enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome reprieve from something. Stanley Parable developers. No more spin-offs, no more sequels. When Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise, but a disastrous critical and commercial reception of the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions, as outlined in the press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been farther from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Oh, hey, more Stanlerines. Can I collect them? Yes, I can! I'm gonna collect every single one of them. Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we are going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. Stanley versus... the final... pocket full of liquid. Octopus. Oh, Stanley Parable 3, Liquid Octopus. It's absurd, I love it. Not what I had chose. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. Let's do it. Good. Then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering you. Let's fix it. Alright, there. The achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. $12:46. Oh, that said 11. Oh well. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Alright. So now when we get to the new content area, we can get that test achievement finally. We'll also get the infinite hole ending, and then we'll reset as many times as we need to get the whiteboard ending, and then we'll be done. Ooh, Mustang. Cool. Anything else, or is it just going to have the Mustang go by again? Mustang again. Okay. Alright. So we need to figure out where the new content area is. I do not fully remember. Although if we get the blue office, we'll try for the whiteboard ending first. But I don't think we'll get it. We've only gotten the blue office once, and when we got it, it disappeared.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There we go. Alright, we'll go get our achievement. We'll do the infinite hole as many times as we need to. Let me just make sure. Okay, just jump in a bunch of times.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this Ultra Deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this Ultra Deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game, here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Okay, let's get our achievement first, because the infinite hole will be what we do after.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait, what in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement? Where did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure? Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
Okay, now to fall in the infinite hole. Because apparently when I did it the first time, I didn't realize that if you keep doing it, eventually you'll get
what else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Ending. So where is the infinite hole? This way, I think.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite fall. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video game. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue on.
Nope. Not yet. I'm going to get to the bottom.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas. Oh, for heaven's... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole. I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing that... Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the teleport button not working?
Nope.
You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of
The hell is that sound? The hell? Oh! Okay, this is doing something.
My head's strong.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into creep. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-poo.
Okay. I was gonna say, is they're gonna just repeat the same joke again, but...
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new...
Okay. So that there was those. So all we have left now is the whiteboarding. If I can get that to start, then I can finish up the game. So I'm just going to keep resuming until we get that one specific thing. It sucks that we're going to have to sit through the loading screen each time. After we get the whiteboard ending, I might attempt the speed run one final time. Maybe. I don't know. It'll depend, first off, on how long it takes to get to the whiteboard ending. Like, the office has to be blue. I know that. Also, I'm going to give this, like, 10 minutes. And if I can't get it in 10 minutes, I'll tack on a video of that ending, too. Because I am not going to endlessly sit here trying for it. Come on, give me the whiteboard scenario. The hell? That's different.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, we're still gonna keep resetting, but that gives me hope that this resetting thing will eventually produce a scenario. I'd never seen the floor littered with papers before. I also want to try one thing, because I noticed in the Infinite Hold there was a thing that said that there was a meeting at 2 p.m. What the hell? Okay, that was weird. That was weird. What the hell was that? What the hell was that, though? Did I just find a glitch or something? Okay. Let me try this again. That time we got to go into that room fully. Alright. Come on, game. Yeah, it's like the office beyond the door has to be blue. Come on, give me the blue office. It's like I've seen it once, I know it exists. I also knew it existed from the video I watched. Okay, like 3 more minutes, and then I'm going to give up on trying. Like, what I'll probably do is I'll probably, stop the recordings, I'll double check, see if there's any other way to get it, and if not, then I'll just film an outro to the episode and move on. It's like, I'd like to get this one, because once I have access to it, it's fairly simple, I think. Frustrating part about it is just the time it takes. Okay, that's right. I made it out into the hall on that one, I think. Granted, maybe those are special too. I don't know. Like, I didn't see them in any lists of what happens. Okay, I think we'll have 1 to 2 more resets after this one, then we'll call it. I also want to look at the time in the game, because maybe the game time also says to. The game time does not say to. Alright. I think this is our last reset, and then we're just going to stop. I'll figure out if there's a easy way to trigger the whiteboard ending. If not, like I said, I'll just record a ending thing for it. Okay, final restart. If it doesn't work here, then, like I said, we're done. Sorry for having you folks wait, 10 minutes or so. I mean, we did get to at least see a couple different things, that the hallway loaded with all the papers. Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here.
Just
either.
trying the...
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager...
Okay, well, I'm going to stop here, because that's going to do it. Like I said, well, actually, I think I'm just going to do an outro, like I normally would too. I hope everyone enjoyed the series. Sorry I couldn't get everything, but it's one of those things where I'm not doing the 4-hour one. I just can't seem to get the quick thing. And it's one of those things where... I'd get the whiteboard one if I could, but I just don't want to spend too much time, you know, attempting over and over. I think I've shown just about every major thing off in the game, though. Like I said, hope everyone enjoyed, but until next time, this has been DMC Jedi Man Gaming, and I am signing off. Peace, everybody.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. Good to see that enthusiasm. Keep it up, Stanley. Just 3 hours and 45 minutes left to go. Okay, so clearly you're in it for the long haul. Although I find it hard not to believe you're simply running a program to click the button over and over automatically, which kind of ruins the point of the game, don't you think? Wouldn't that take the art out of it? You can tell me in your post-playtest analysis.
Just popping in to say hi.
I hope you weren't expecting more regular intervals of commentary from me, but that's not why you're here, is it? You're here for the game, for the art, for the endlessly spiraling sense of pointlessness and despair. Yes, this is what drives your every action. Keep clicking that button for hope, for freedom, for science, for love. Don't ever, ever stop. You know, I've been spending the last 2 hours here embroiled in thought, and it's occurred to me, this game is incomplete. It's missing something. It still doesn't have that oomph. What is it, I thought to myself? What could possibly be missing from this incredible experience? And then in a moment of rapture, as though delivered by angels, it came to me. Before this moment, I was blind, but those days are behind us. I now understand the true manifestation of this game. It needs a puppy. That's right, this puppy is being lowered toward an aquarium filled with nothing but piranha. Now you have to click the second button to avert the puppy's death in addition to the baby's. This is it, Stanley. Art. I did it. Video games are art. But you have a good 2 hours or so to go, so I'll just let you get to that. No time to waste when there is such a meaningful game to be played. Bonne chance, mon ami. Good to see both the puppy and the baby are still alive. It warms my heart to see how deeply the message of this game has resonated with you. I can only imagine the joy welling up in your chest, the sheer joy of such pure distilled life essence flowing through your veins. It must be amazing. I'm jealous of you, truly I am. No, seriously, I'm deeply envious of your position at this very moment. The joy of artistic expression must be even stronger now. Drink it in, Stanley. Few people on this planet will ever get such an experience. Peer through space and time. The universe unravels itself at your feet. This is the one true meaning of life. I know we said this would go on for 4 hours, but what if you never stopped? Think about it. You could just keep going forever.
Visitors would come from around the world to see the man who never stopped pushing the buttons. You would be famous. That's what you've always wanted, right? To be famous? That and the surging power of artistic beauty to flow through you for all of eternity. You could have both of these things. We'll talk about it when you get there. Have we really been doing this for over 3.5 hours? Goodness, how time flies. Wouldn't you say it's flown? Oh, no, you don't have to answer that. I understand you're quite busy. Just keep at it. Almost there. Nearly there, Stanley. Art itself is about to burrow into your skull. Aren't you excited for spiritual immortality? For transcendence and oneness with the beauty and essence of all beings? Just a few seconds now. Here it comes. It'll work. Let's give it a shot. Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here, no, here, and then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course, and just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining. Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light? Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game. Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is. Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte. Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings. And I certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons. I think I'll just go about my business, making meaningful cultural contributions to the world. And perhaps every now and then I'll think back to a man named Stanley who was objectively wrong in every decision he ever made. The thought won't last long. Goodbye, Stanley. Good luck with your work, and I sincerely hope that everyone lives happily ever after. I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it, down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.